Gorringes are on view for our sale Monday the 20th of January, and what do we have today? Well, Hector is here, very keen to show us. Look at this splendid chair, look at that, look like a prince in that, might look like the prince, so to speak. Anyway, that's got 900, so 120 to 180, what we might call a statesman's piece, there we are. Elsewhere, what do we see? Well, these old roll-top desks are a very familiar sight. You'll see them in showrooms up and down the country. This one is a bit poorly. We can see it's a little bit tired. It's been tied up to stop that coming down. Now there's two reasons. That sometimes it's because they lock themselves shut, but the lock is missing, so that's probably not the case. It might well be the case that the canvas backing is a little bit poorly and needs redoing. So this is a bit of a restoration project. As a result, it's in at the modest price of £60 to £80. So there we go. When they're in really nice, sort of altogether good condition, you might pay sort of 200 to 300 for one that's all absolutely ready to go, but they're not expensive like most bureaus these days. So what else do we have? Well, as ever, lots of decorative carpets, some key linens this time. What have we got here? This is, excuse me dog, yes I know, you're lovely aren't you. 905 the key lin, this is in at £100 to £200, good size carpet that. Over here another one, very jazzy pattern, look at that. That is lot 889 and 150 to 200. We obviously thought that I wanted a bit more life to it, perhaps. And then elsewhere, we've got a nice order here by Dunlop. I think this was in last week, but the money's come down at £300 to £500. Been seeing a number of those go through the weekly sales recently, and varying prices, but often up to the sort of £1,000 line. Now, what else? Well, look at that light fitting sums. That's your sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah. You'd have that in your flat. It would. Put your knees on it, but never mind. Yeah, this is a rather funky modern light fitting. I'm looking for the lot ticket. In vain. We'll come back to it, but it's in the sale, I believe. We've got spare, well, extra drops for it and what have you. It's an ice cube pendant light fitting. There we are. And Sums has found a label. Very, very fine print on these labels, isn't it? We're straining our eyes this week. 80 to 120 it's in at. So there we go. We have got the drop lights for it, so that's a bit different. Let's go through the back, see what else we've got to look at. Come along, Hector. So, what do we have this week? Well, it's very much the same as what we usually have. Interesting mixture, ceramics, paintings, prints, collectibles, there's some fishing rods there, split cane jobs, some ethnographic items, decorative bronzes, and over here this is lot 134. It looks like it's a late 19th century bronze, but it's not. This is a fairly modern casting. Fairly good, I mean reasonably crisp details, but what it always gives away is the quality of the toes. If they look a bit banana-ish, then that's a clue to look for. Not 134, but it's in at sort of £200 to £300, so that's perfectly fine. A 19th century French bronze would be getting up towards the 1,000 of something that size, so that hence the price difference. Here's another one, same thing applies. Look at the toes again. What you're going to do is shine the torch with the lenses. After Auguste Moreau, but certainly not by him, but in at £200 to £300. So again, it's a sensible money. What else do we see down the line? Well, this is kind of fun. If you like pigs, this is after Moorland, the old pigsty, lot 416, £200 to £300 estimate. A nice old royal lap, early 19th century, I should say. It's just in a later frame. Down here, well, more ethnographica, some deco-y bits, glass, I mean cut glass. People always ask me about cut glass, and it's just so out of fashion. So it's a bargain to those that like it. Do get occasional exceptions when something particularly large comes in, but this whole lot here is in at £30 to £50. I mean, the claret jug's quite fun, and so is decanting, and so you could almost pick and choose what you wanted and give the rest to charity or something, but that's cut glass for you. So, down the end. We've got some replica weapons. This isn't a real one. This is lot 121. Rifle and bayonet in at 80 to 120. Come from a collection of sort of mostly replica militaria, but including some originals. In the jewellery, Roger's been busy again. And a little Piaget watch there, lot 673, 18 karat gold in at 600 to 800 there. Mixture of jewellery, we've got some Jensen cufflinks, we've got cameos, we've got antique rings, we've got more modern rings. It's another good lot. We filled in the back shelf quite successfully this week, ranging from 18th century Worcester to Chinese, collectible whiskey. It's all there. Do have a look online. And again, the silver cabinet, fair mixture there. A decorative bowl there. What's this bowl all about, Paul? Is that anything nice? Imagine it's later decorated. Here we go. Silver punch bowl. What, 607, in at 4 to 600. And somewhere buried in here, there we are. It's not particularly old. It is George V or thereabouts, with this heavy embossed decoration. But still, decorative piece of silver. That and various other things in there. You'll find practical silver and collectible. This nice little silver miniature sword, lot 618. That's a Victorian one as well, in at 60 to 90, so modest money. Then, along the back, again, much of the same. These caught my eye. Pair of oars by Lowcock, Charles Frederick Lowcock of the Muses. Nicely painted, somewhat out of fashion, I guess. Came down from our Tunbridge Wells office from one of their valuations, and they put an estimate of £300 to £500 on them. Nice untouched condition, those. That's a more modernist bronze standing next to it. In fact, it's not very cold. That's a resinated bronze. It's where they mix the bronze into a resin powder, and so you get a sort of halfway house between a plastic and a bronze. Does lead to finer definition in the casting, much less value. This is Joseph Beaufil. We've said £80 to £120. Finally, let's go and have a look out the back. What splendour's away. Looks like we've got a big TV in this week. Don't usually sell electricals, but if we get something that's particularly sort of large or Bang & Olufsen or something like that, we'll put it in. It's an LG television. It's in at £50 to £80. It doesn't come with a guarantee, of course. And elsewhere in the room, what are we looking at? Well, nice big red Baccara rug down there. Seeing some pine dressers. This more modest example over this way. Come on, Hector. There we are. That's sensibly sized, should we say, got 806 in at 150 to 200. It's quite a nice shallow one which suits modern homes better. Otherwise, over the back there, there's a sort of almost like a housekeeper's cupboard, much larger example. Still not too deep, one might say, but at 828, that's in at 100 to 150. It's just not quite so pretty, I guess, but eminently useful and practical, particularly at that price. So there we go. As ever, it's all here to be had. It's on view today, which is Friday, on view Saturday till 1 o'clock. Sale starts on Monday at 10. I'll be taking the sale for a change, so look forward to seeing you then. Thanks very much.